Hello and welcome to Indie Claw Conversations, a podcast where we talk to some amazing minds in legal fraternity. Today we are going to talk on ADR competitions and how to go about it. Today we have Anshul Singh with us. She has participated in many ADR competitions and has won almost every one of them. Welcome, Anshul.
Hi Rajneesh, thank you for having me.
Okay, basically, how's your life going right now? कैसे चल रहा है सब कुछ?
It's going great. Nowadays, it's all about staring at the computer screen for hours because of online classes. Other than that, positive mindset रखने की कोशिश चल रही है because recruitment season is going on since I'm in the final year. Yeah, it's going great.
Okay, we'll come to this topic in just a couple of minutes. उससे पहले मेरे को ये बता दो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस के बारे में तुम्हारा ओपिनियन क्या है?
I personally like online classes to be honest because यहाँ पे टीचर्स को पढ़ाना पड़ रहा है. Like there are no free classes and everything is going in structure and they have to prepare PPTs. So I guess I'm more on board with the teachers right now. So I'm
I believe, but पढ़ कितने लोग रहे हैं because in that environment जहाँ पे घर में तुम्हारे आसपास इतने सारे लोग घूम रहे हैं and at any point of time तुमको कोई भी उठा देगा और कुछ काम दे देगा तो तुम कितना पढ़ पा रहे हो that is under question कि कितना तुम पढ़ पा रहे हो. तो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस क्या ऐसे worth it है लंबे टाइम के लिए?
See, I can give my personal opinion only. मुझे तो लगता है worth it है because मेरे घर में सबको ही पता है कि मेरे ऑनलाइन क्लासेस चल रहे होते हैं तो मुझे as such कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं करता है. इनफैक्ट सब encourage और करते हैं कि अगर मैं खुद डिस्ट्रैक्टेड हूँ तो they'll say कि come on, your online classes are going on, go and sit. And I'm
तो मतलब
liking
इसके
the
बहुत सारे
easy
बेनिफिट्स भी हैं हाँ ऑनलाइन क्लासेस के कि लंबे टर्म में.
Exactly.
Let's come to the ADR competitions, which is our topic for today.
Okay.
What are the ADR competitions basically? कि अगर कोई फर्स्ट ईयर का बंदा है या सेकंड ईयर का बंदा है and he or she just wants to know कि ADR competitions हैं क्या? Because we being in law school knows a lot about moots and debates, but ADR is something new in our environment. कि ADR competitions में कैसे participate करना है, client counseling हो गया, mediation competitions हो गए. Now what are these ADR competitions exactly? उस पे जरा एक बार elaborate कर पाओ तो.
Sure. So ADR competitions are basically competitions on ADR techniques. And ADR techniques, as we know, are like arbitration, mediation, and mainly negotiation. These are the three types of techniques जिनके basis पे competition होता है. Arbitration is just like moots, but instead of a formal court setting, you all will sit on a table and it will be a discussion. And instead of judge, there will be an arbitrator. So you will present your case, everything exactly like moots. Mediation is slightly different because the format of the entire competition is very difficult to understand. But again, very much fun. It's very interesting. So there will be a mediator and then there will be a counsel and a client. So they are the negotiating party and the mediator will preside over the session. So the entire, like I can elaborate on mediation later, but just a brief thing that's what happens.
Right now this brief would work. अगर आपको करना है elaborate तो कर सकती, कुछ problem नहीं है.
Yeah, am I allowed? Cool. This is my favorite
because
topic
it
to
is
talk
for
about.
student only. Because I also really want to know about the mediation competition per se. Because I know a little bit कि moots में तुमको memorial बनाना है and everything else. You have so many formalities in moots. You have moot court etiquettes and then memorials and everything. पर mediation competition में, arbitration competition में, क्या ये formalities हैं भी या नहीं है तो क्या formalities हैं?
Okay, so I can like talk about my personal experience when I participated as a mediator. So I'll start with the preparation stage. So since mediation is very different from moots, I had no clue like how to go about it, and nobody in our college personally knew about ADR competitions. So I contacted people who had won mediations like ICSE mediation, and I found one particular person who was a mediator and he won ICSE mediation in 2016. So he sent me some material and like problems and all mediation problems and the mediator opening statement. He's like, just read through it, get a basic idea and get on a call with me. And while on call, he told me that as a mediator, you do not have to know any law. Like basically my job is to talk and make the other party listen and also listen खुद. So that's the, उसने मुझे बोला तुम ये दो चीजें कर लो and you are ready. मुझे तो बहुत वेग लगा था स्टार्टिंग में, but as we practiced like through sessions, then आपको पता चलता है it's actually this only, listening and talking. and
all these
how like
competitions, mediation, negotiation, arbitration, all of these includes basically these things only.
yes, there's no knowledge of law as such required. Like मूट में तो तुम्हें हर law का पूरा सब कुछ A to Z जानना पड़ता है. Mediation में you do not have to know. You have to know things like how to find out solutions, and solutions via talking, via facilitating communication. That is, तुम ऐसे questions पूछो
So
parties
basically
से.
it comes down to your speaking skills. Sorry to interrupt you, but comes down to your
Yeah,
speaking skills which you have.
more than speaking skills, I would give various skills. Very difficult to understand and listen to what exactly the party is saying. For example, I can make a statement which you, if you'll not listen, and you will not understand what I really want to say. Like, what is my true motive behind making that statement? So, as a mediator, I have to listen and I have to analyze your tone, the way you're saying it, and then I have to figure out, okay, fine, this is your particular interest. Probably I can focus on this, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
more than speaking skills is not that. I think everybody is developing their speaking skills. Listening skill is something that is tested in mediation competitions a lot, especially as a mediator. Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay. Now we have a culture of mooting and everything in our college specifically, if we talk about it. तो आपको कितना लग रहा है कि वो मूट्स और एडीआर किसी को साथ में पैरेलली करने चाहिए, या फिर अदरवाइज एडीआर का बहुत ही नया स्कोप आ गया है आगे कि यू शुड गिव मोर प्रेफरेंस टू एडीआर कॉम्पिटिशंस पर से? क्योंकि आई हैव हर्ड इट कि एडीआर का अच्छा खासा स्कोप है आगे, यू कैन टेक इट फॉर योर लीगल करियर आगे. तो क्या मैं मूट को थोड़ा कम वेटेज देना स्टार्ट करूं और एडीआर को ज्यादा वेटेज देना स्टार्ट कर दूं अगर मैं कॉलेज में हूं तो?
That's a very good question. In fact, personally, I view competitions as something as an opportunity to learn and grow as an individual. So, moot is also an opportunity, and likewise, ADR is also an opportunity. The question or the main thing is your interest. If you're interested in going into detail and knowing about law and convincing other person, and I guess moot would be more interesting. But if you want to explore something different, like मुझे कुछ हटके करना है, let's try mediation and all of this. So I guess it's all about interest, but option या opportunities wise दोनों equally बहुत अच्छे हैं, and दोनों के दोनों एक law student को करने चाहिए.
Now, okay, again, thank you for this, but again one more important question कि ADR में क्या है कि ADR में alternate dispute resolution के जितने भी laws हैं, like arbitration act है या बाकी कुछ laws हैं, वो टेस्ट हो रहे हैं. तो मुझे genuinely ये जानना है कि अगर मैं ADR competition में पार्ट लेता हूँ तो क्या मेरे बाकी जो laws हैं वो भी मुझे रिसर्च करने का उन पर मौका मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा? बिकॉज इन मूट आई हैव अ फेयर आइडिया कि इफ यू पार्टिसिपेट इन अ मूट देयर वुड बी अ प्रोपोजिशन व्हिच वुड बी बेस्ड ऑन अ लॉ. यू वुड बी रिसर्चिंग ऑन दैट लॉ और तुम्हारा थोड़ा सा उस पर रिसर्च अच्छी हो जाएगी. अब एडीआर में क्या वो बाकी लॉज पे भी तुम्हारा कुछ वैल्यू आता है?
Yes, actually, Rajneesh, I would like to actually elaborate my statement earlier when I said you do not have to learn about law in ADR competitions. What I said that, like, as a mediator, you do not have to know. But when you're participating as a counsel in negotiation, as negotiating, you have to know the law. Like, you cannot propose a solution which is totally illegal or not possible as per law. So I think that knowledge comes. And all these mediation and ADR competitions, they focus on certain law. For example, I participated in a sports and media law mediation competition.
Which you won,
so,
actually.
Yeah, you can say that. Yes, guys, I will boast about my achievements.
तब फ्लेक्स तो करेंगे हम लोग. डन.
Exactly. कुछ तो जीता है law college में. So yeah, there is knowledge of law which is important in ADR. In fact, arbitration is just like litigation. Litigation is moots, right? So even in moots, you have to know the law. Even in arbitration, you have to know the law. Yes.
Okay, it's so arbitration is basically more of a casual version of mooting. You don't have etiquettes and everything. You don't have moot manners in it.
Moot manners, like you do not say statements like much obliged, Your Honor, or something like that. But it is pretty formal. It is a formal setting where the arbitrator sits, and you cannot be very casual in your language in arbitration.
Okay, now one more stereotype which people have in law student, basically in law schools, हम लोगों के दिमाग में क्या है कि ADR competitions are something which are for seniors only because it sounds थोड़ा hotshot कि ADR competition is something for seniors. When we'll come to third year or fourth year, then only we would participate in ADR competitions. When we are in first or second year, we should participate in moots, debates or MUN only. क्योंकि वन मोर कॉम्प्लीमेंटिंग फैक्टर इन दिस इज क्योंकि एडीआर कोई बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है ही नहीं अपने कॉलेज में, हर कॉलेज में, ऑलमोस्ट हर एनएलयू में, हर अपने कॉलेज में एडीआर फोर्थ फिफ्थ ईयर में आके पढ़ा रहे हैं. सो दिस इज एक्चुअली क्या बोलते हैं उसे कि हेल्प किया है इस वाले बात पे कि तुमको एडीआर में इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं आता, एडीआर कॉम्पिटिशन्स में इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता है फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड ईयर तक. उसके लिए क्या सॉल्यूशन है?
उसके लिए solution है, I guess it's very important for every college to have an ADR cell. Like that's my personal opinion, because ADR is
We don't
not
have an
exactly
ADR
like,
cell in our college actually.
we don't, and we should. Don't you think it'll be so cool, like when you're like sitting in first year, अपना जो conference होती है, what do we call this? That people just tell us about different committees.
Symposium.
Yes. Yeah, during that time they can talk about like the ADR cell can come and they say, okay, fine, we have this particular like this is the format of our committee and these are the competitions we focus on. So I guess as a first year student, I will feel motivated.
Yeah, it's like debating committee and moot court society. We should have a ADR cell as well.
Yes, we should, and it will not be that difficult to actually form one. It'll be super easy. Like fifth year students can come, like they can opt for, like personally I would volunteer to be part of an ADR cell. It'll be fun because I like this particular field. So I guess this is one of the solutions, and that.
Now let's come to the crucial question which we have कि ADR का scope आगे कितना है? कि if I am participating in ADR competitions and I have generated my fair interest in ADR per se कि मेरे को उसमें ही काम करना है. Now what is the options which I have? What is the scope which I have after the 5 year of my college? कि मैं कहाँ join कर सकता हूँ, कैसे आगे उसमें जा सकता हूँ? What is the future of ADR per se in India?
Actually, this question even I am figuring out right now. But as per my own research, I can say that ADR competition, my experience with ADR competitions have helped me to explore dispute resolution practice teams of law firms. Like whenever I apply for internships, like during my fourth year, I applied for an internship at Khaitan. So they asked me about my ADR competition, and I think during my call interview, and this was one of the deciding factor that I got the internship opportunity. So in law college, they will help you in getting internships in dispute resolution practice teams. And after like when you graduate, and I guess you can explore opportunities in dispute resolution practice teams of law firms. Sorry for the interruption, I live near Air Force Station. So dispute resolution practice, they have arbitration as well as the normal areas of law, for example, commercial litigation, etc. So this is a particular field. Like we have IPR litigation. So similarly, we have dispute resolution. So
okay, it's coming in India कि वो आ ही रहा है, and बाकी you are exploring it, no? Because you are also, we are in same batch, so we are all exploring these things कि कैसे आगे future का है. But it was a very big question for us कि आगे क्या scope है. ठीक है. But would you be giving any tips and strategies to anyone who are going to participate in any ADR competition, let's say client counseling or anything else? Would there be any tips and strategy from your side?
The only tip that I'll give is practice. Like, do not focus on studying or mugging up law. Focus on practicing. Practice as much as you can, because that's how much you practice is actually will decide whether you will win or not. That's my sole tip.
It's same like mooting only. How the more you give your orals to someone, the more are the chances of your finding your arguments. वैसे ही यहाँ पे कि प्रैक्टिस जितना तुम करोगे किसी के सामने, more ज़्यादा chances हो गए.